Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. I hope you're all doing well. In this episode, we're going to see whether we can win the Shield of Pride. So we'll either be playing one match and get knocked out, or we'll be playing two and still possibly getting knocked out and losing. Or we could win. We've got the match against Chevres, who are in the Gold Development League, so they've been relegated down into there in the past seasons. And if we beat them, then we'll play Tahiti Island. So Chevres, they're only 12th in the Development Gold League. So to put this into context, the Development Gold League is mainly made up of under 23 teams, and our under 23s won by 9 points this league. Tuamotun Isles, the next highest full senior team, and then you've got Shellfish, then Chevres, Noraruta, and Lagunas, Vines, Tatangegi Wings. So there's only a few senior teams in there, and they're middle of the pack. Towards the top of the senior teams, but middle of the pack generally, so they're not great side. In terms of who they've got, Cyprian Uvard looks promising for a 16-year-old. Jean-Pierre Masson, getting on, but used to be quite good. I remember him. If you look at the kind of goals and assists, look how sparse this is. The most assists are 6 from Dimitri Dupla, 30-year-old. Looks alright, not bad. The most goals scored is 3, and that's from their right back, Hussein Bailey, or Bali. He looks alright as well. They don't really have, like, if you look at their strikers, no goals. I'm not too worried about this match. We've had to make a few changes. So Silver's still playing, he's not particularly fit. Smith's still playing, he's not particularly fit. Hersig's come in for Spearling. Spearling's out injured. And then you've got Gerard and Yanin up front. It's only been a few days since we won the early league final. We've had a few kind of news items about that. We had an interview with a journalist, not with the team. And one of the things they asked was, you've been at the Humpbacks for a while, you've done well with them, is it time to move on? So even the game thinks it might be time for us to make our move, but we're going to wait maybe, unless someone says otherwise, until we've had a go at the Club World Championship with the Humpbacks. Oh, what a turn and a goal by Daluin. Most of that on his own, I think. In it goes. Yeah, it's turned through the crowd. Yeah, Server does look a little bit tired. We won the most games in a row in the early league now. So we've got a good record. Yanin just tapped someone in for his 53rd. A little offside to me, but at this point I don't think anyone cares. It's Yanin. If he doesn't score this one, he'll just score another, so you might as well give him this one. The most goals scored as well. Yanin broke the record, which was his own record for the top goal scorer, so he's got 12 goals in the early league. The previous record was 11 with him. Pons has got the record for the most assists in the early league. Gerard and Andre were second and third for the top goal scorers in the early league this season as well, so it was a good showing in the awards. Nice move. Almost. Feels like quite a smooth passing move. So they are 2 divisions below us. Yeah, it did kind of look like he slapped that one around. Not quite Narendona style, who punched it into the net a few seasons ago and then got sent off. Hersig. How is Hersig offside? He's there. He can't be offside. Look here. It's seamless edit there because my phone went off. Always the professional. I have no idea what I was saying before that happened. Server looks like he's going to get sent off. Fantastic. Just keep the match entertaining. I have to admit, although the Shield to Pride isn't a big trophy in any shape, way, or form, it's like the board don't care. Let's get overlay. Board don't care what we do in it at all. Doesn't come with any big prize money or massive prestige, but it's the last thing we've got to collect for this season. If we win it, we've won it. Absolutely everything possible for us to win in this season. And the only cup we won't have had any success in is the Club World Championship, which we won't be able to play until next season. Oh. Yanin has quit his whining, so ages and ages ago, I think it was right at the start of the season. No, that's a lie. About the it was the January sort of transfer window. We let Weaver go. So Weaver was that sort of defensive midfielder, central defensive midfielder, who we played a lot in the ball-winning midfielder role when we had that in our kind of long ball 4-4-2, the 4-4-2 hoof it or hump it tactic. And his attributes always looked pants, but he always performed reasonably well. He was like a good midfield, not quite a full-on destroyer, but disruptor. But then when we moved to this new tactic and we had Andre Spearling, Cormac, I forgot his name until he had the ball, and options like Kerr and things like that. Oh, can another sending off? Okay. The feeling maybe either my players are so tired they can't concentrate, they're just kicking absolute lumps out of everyone. Let's bring on Hersig there and bring on Stroud for him. Something's wrong with my mouse. There we go. So once we had those options, we didn't need Weaver, but Yanin thought he was really important, and it was just because Weaver... Jared almost. It's because Weaver had been a leader in the team. He'd been there that long and played that many games. He played over 100 games, something like that for us. He just embedded himself in that, like, the hierarchy. He was an important person. So because they liked him and he left, Yanin kicked off, said, what have we done? Basically told him to shut his mouth. And even getting these... Really? Save it, go on, do it. He almost did. Don't need to say that again. This is not going well for us, is it? But yeah, so he kicked off. I couldn't get him to be unhappy, even though I asked the assistant manager to step in a few times. But then obviously once we won the O-League, suddenly he's like, yeah, we probably didn't need Weaver. So I checked what Weaver had been doing with himself. Weaver's at the Sky Brights rare tier, and he's played one league game and a couple of cup games for them. So it's not like we sold him and he became a massive integral part of this other side because we'd undervalued him. It's just he wasn't very good for us. Well, come on, Jerry, come on. Actually, that's a bit harsh. He was decent for us, but he wasn't what we needed. Come on, Tamangara. A striker might be an odd option at this stage, but 2-1. It's very, very close to this, considering we're down to 9 men. Everyone's knackered. Overlay. Almost. It's weird, they're playing in a formation with 3 strikers, but they don't have any strikers who've actually scored a goal in their team. So a lot of faith. We won. Held on in the end. Didn't really feel like we were down to 9 men. Congratulations, lads. You've got the final now to look forward to. 1000. Played Taha. Server's band. McCormack's band. check the schedule. So it's going to be the 24th in 3 days' time. What do I have to do? That's the final. Okay, so it's just before we announce the Oceania Nations squad for the Marquesas Islands. So, we'll be back in just a second. We're back. It's not quite the game yet, but we've got some awards to look at. So, Player of the Season's been announced, and Yanin has won. So, 23 appearances, 25 goals, 2 assists, and 7.67 for the average rating. Gerard, a runner-up, with his 26 goals, and Dalwin getting 3rd place. So let's congratulate Yanin. Okay. Gerard wins the Sunshine Boot Award. So the Sunshine Boot is the Golden Boot. It's the top goal scorer. Actually, he's got 26 rather than 25. He has won. The next closest player is Donovan Ray, outside of us and Yanin, or Gerard and Yanin, who's pretty decent. Rookie of the Year, McCormack's won. He has played well, actually. I'm surprised Andre didn't beat him to it, to be honest. But Andre just got pushed into 3rd. 2nd place, you've got Julien Tournier, who's quite good. But honestly, I think Andre McCormack were better. So I need to say congrats to Gerard for getting that. A good year. Manager of the Year shortlist. Let's see who we can vote for. So win ratio. They're up there with 75%. Ace Chanson next. I think it's going to have to be Didier Sehuila. Cover for ourselves. Voting for anyone else would just be us gaming the system. Championship Player of the Year is Abel Willis. He looks alright. Tom Tobin is actually our right winger who's on loan at the Puka Puka Typhoons. And Fred Posnan, who's been recognising, we've played against him in the past, he's a good goal scorer. Rookie of the Year in the Championship is Abel Williams. You've got Neil Hersig, who I think is either on loan from us or we sold him. I think we sold him. Did we get rid of him? No, he's on loan. And you got Leena Tifu. Looks alright. Gold Star is the best under 23s player, so that's Michael Twig. He's alright. He's played some senior games for us. So yeah, some awards. We've got quite a few awards there. Just showing what a good team we've got, what a good season it's been as well. We don't get recommended many players from the scouts anymore either, because I think the quality of the team means it's hard for them to recommend people who are actually going to do the job. So here we go, up against Taha Athletic. And again, finely poised. 6 wins each and 3 draws. They finished... Where did they finish? 6th in the Premiership and landmarks this season. Season in 2024, they won the Leeward Pride Trophy, which is why they're in the Shield of Pride. Yep, that makes sense. So let's sort out our team. So Phil Lamb can come back in for server. Cormac we need to replace. Andre's not back, but Spearling is. Stick around. That's worked out quite nicely. Pons and Dallowin can play. We've got Gerard and Yanin up front. And I think that's going to be it. So let's go. Like I said, I would be a little bit gutted if we lost at this stage. It's not what we want. Adapt to any situation. We're playing at home. Like home advantage in the cups, something I will fix, I think, for the FM20 version of this. And when FM20 does come out, I will be doing this save again, because I love it. But I don't think I'll be humpbacks. I think my general rule is I've got to be a different team. Dalwin goes long. Casina Can't quite control it. Not much going on in this match. McCormick, he's got the worst discipline in the league. He's setting some more records. Which explains why he's banned for this one as well. His red card last match. I'll get it sent back and then go long. I'll get it to Spearling and then run. That works. That's gotta be a Serge Delmas, who's clearly nervous at the fact that his international manager is here watching as well. He's thrown it. Oh, that's fortunate that one went in. Delmas has thrown the elbow and thrown the game to curry favour with me. It's worked. Let's start him. So after these matches, we've got the Oceania Nations Cup, which is the international competition, and I'll explain more about it in the video about that, which will be the next one. But it's the World Cup qualifying is kind of convoluted for Oceania. Spearling disallowed goal. I think he was offside, but yes, a Spearling's not offside. I think that's harsh. I don't think it hit the striker. I don't think the striker was interfering with the keeper. But yeah, the World Cup qualifying is kind of... Oh, Gerrard. 36th goal of the season. A bit too far away from the screen then. I think we're tracking out to win this. Yes, so the qualifying is really convoluted in that it's a series. So I think the top teams from the Oceania Nations League end up in the qualifiers for the Oceania qualifiers for the World Cup. They get seeded in a particular way. So if you do really badly in the Nations League, I don't think you get into the next stage. And then if you win the qualifying round and you go into the final of the qualifiers, if you win the final of the qualifiers, then you go into the playoff against teams from Asia or Central and South America. This final kind of berth. So it's a long route, and I'll go through how accurate that is in the other video, but basically it's one of those things where the Oceania Nations League's important for the kind of prestige, but it's also important for getting you into that next stage of the qualifiers. If we don't do particularly well, then I'll probably resign. Marquesas Islands team isn't actually that good. So I think the international game is kind of getting in the way at the moment. I think what we need to do is get the league to a state where there's lots of good teams and there's lots of a better player pool across the board, and then I'll go back into it. But it's good to try and raise the rankings. And Aaron Donner's playing against us, as is Laurent, Delmas and O'Leary, Prevost. They got Park Dong-suk on the bench, so they've got some players we recognise. But do they have any players that are going to change the game? Probably not. Next sub now, let's bring on Beauvalet for Mercis. Yeah. Pons is getting tired, but there's no right winger on the bench. Still want to do the role. Oh, sorry. Professional of me. It's a good sign, isn't it, when you're dominating a match so completely that you yawn. Obviously, by doing that, I mock them, and now they've scored. Laurent as well, player we recognise, he always scores against us. They got assist by Phil Douglas. That name's familiar. Phil, I think he is a left winger we used to have. We got rid of recently-ish. Right size for Phil Douglas. He is, you know, Austral Island, worth £11,000 now. Ursig just fell over. Oh, Laurent, we're making hard work of this. Anything we can do? Really? I'd probably say. Let's hold on for a little bit. Douglas with the assist again. He's come back to haunt us. The team is knackered. We've played so many games. I'm going to bring Tamangaro and O'Keefe on. Give them a run. Let's have some faith in them. Yanin and Gerard have both scored. They're both tired. I don't have a right winger to bring on, which would have been the more sensible move. Actually, maybe replacing Hersig would have been a sensible move as well. He's not being set the world alight, even though Spearling's on a lower rating. Extra time. All we wanted. Narandona's off. They've made all their subs as well, so we're not going to see Dong Suk on. Taking Douglas off too, and Delmas. They've taken off two of our former players, and one of my current international players. Made it to half time. I'm never confident when it comes to extra time like this. We have played the maximum amount of matches we could have done at the start of the season. So the only way a team could play more matches than us, like an Austral Islands team anyway. Beauvalet? Oh, Keith just stepped through him. Last gasp. He is. Tamangaro, be the hero. Almost. He's that title hero of the first season with his extra time goal, or injury time goal. Hersig. Spearling. Oh, there we go. It's penalties. I'm not going to send penalties. Just let them do it. So yeah, the only way you could play more games, is if you were in the Club World Championship as well. Because we've got to the final of every competition we're in, so we have the maximum amount of fixtures. So no wonder we're a bit tired by this point. Tense. 2-2 so far. Don't often end up in penalty shootouts in this database. Saved! Safe hands by Smith. Come on, Tamangaro. Come on, big man. There, nice and calm. In it goes. Come on, Smith. Save another one. Make yourself big. Almost. I mean, not quite, but sort of. I reckon Huck's gonna miss. He's rolled up his socks. Plus the missing. Or having it saved, I should say. Saved. We've won. That's a good save as well. 4-3. And that's it. Clean sweep. Is it 6 competitions we've won? Let's be passionate. There we go. So we've won Shield of Pride, a little bit of extra money, another Shield of Pride win. So we've got 2 now. Finance-wise, we're still great, but it's kept the debt slightly at bay. So let's look at competitions then. We've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 competitions. So I know if we win 5, it's a quintuplet, and if we win 7, it's a septuplet. I can't remember what 6 is, but we've got it. And some of these are, proper competitions for us, and some are lesser. Mainly these 2 are the proper ones, or these 3. So we've got the proper treble, quad, quint, and this extra one, which works out quite nice. So when you look at the club's kind of competitions, 1 winner, 1 runner-up for the OCL, 2 winners and a 3rd place for the Premiership, 2 winners and a runner-up for the Inter-Island Cup, runner-up for the Championship, less said about the better. 2 winners and a runner-up for the Shield of Pride, 1 winner and 1 runner-up for the Super Cup, and 3 winners, 1 runner-up for the Mutiny of Pride. And we'll have another stab at the Super Cup at the start of next season, and there'll be the Club World Championship. So we've got technically 2 pieces of silverware left for us to play for if we stick around the Club World Championship next season, which I think we should do. We should see this through to Club World Championship at the very least. So there we go, that's the end of the season. I'm going to do the Nations League international stuff, and over the middle of the season I'll do a kind of summary review as well. I think at this point we're at 100 or over 100 videos. Thanks for sticking with me if you've been watching the series, I really appreciate it. If you've got any feedback, anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like changing, let me know so I can do something about it. Thanks very much.